From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, a row's broken out over the impact on frontline services at hospitals as they're asked to find more than $80 million in savings by the end of June. Health New Zealand says it's reducing overspend, not making cuts, and resources won't be taken away from the frontline. Health commentator Ian Powell says it's a desperate effort to make the books look good.
Inevitably, services will be affected, or rather those providing the services at the front line. These cuts will be arbitrary.
Health Minister Shane Reti says that while it's not a government decision, none of the measures will impact the level of care patients receive. Yemen's Houthi rebels are claiming they've hit a British ship in the Red Sea. The Houthis' military spokesperson says the group targeted a British oil tanker, the Andromeda Star, with a number of naval missiles and achieved a direct hit. He says the group also shot down an American UAV in Yemen airspace. King Charles is set to return to public duties after a difficult few months for the royals. The King will return from a 3-month break, with the palace saying he's making good progress in cancer treatment. The BBC's Charlotte Gallagher says it's a spark of positivity following news from both Charles and Kate are battling cancer.
And like with any family, that has come as a huge blow. They've also had to deal with intense media scrutiny. So the announcement that the King feels well enough to resume some public duties will be welcome news.
A plea for the government to introduce minimum pricing to help tackle youth vaping. In an effort to reduce youth vaping, it announced a total ban on all disposable vaping products will come into effect later this year. However, Public Health Communications Centre senior researcher Jude Ball says retailers will always find loopholes to get cheap vapes on the market. She says the government's decision not to state a minimum price has backfired.
There was an aim to encourage people who smoke to switch to vaping, but what's actually happened is we have very cheap vapes, so that makes them very affordable for children.
That's news. In sport, former England rugby captain Owen Farrell will play for a World 15 team coached by former All Blacks coach Ian Foster in June. The composite team will square off against France in Spain. Leicester City have secured automatic promotion back into the English Premier League. Their return to top-flight football was sealed after second-place Leeds, who are 4 points behind them, were thrashed 4-0 by Queen's Park Rangers at Loftus Road. The Foxes achieved promotion at the first time of asking, having been relegated from the Premier League last season following a third-from-bottom finish. Two-time defending champion Carlos Alcaraz has shown no sign of being hampered by a nagging arm injury as he eased to victory in his opening match at the Madrid Open. The Wimbledon champion brushed aside Alexander Shevchenko 6-2, 6-1. That's sport. I'm Sandy Hodge.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.